Hi, I'm Tyler Oakley.
And I'm Becca Frucht.
And welcome to Top That, your weekly pop culture cheat sheet to what everyone is and will be talking about on the web.
Each week, Tyler and I attempt to top each other with our own top 5 of what's going down on the web, everything you need to know.
And we are looking to see if you can top us by submitting your own must-know items in the comments below.
Tyler, I think it is your turn to inaugurate the countdown.
My number 5 this week is the Sloppy Joe Krispy Kreme sandwich. This is everything I've ever wanted.
No, this is a harbinger of the apocalypse.
Or the dawn of a new age. I think this is honestly the future of food as we know it. Breakfast has never been the same, and kind of lunch, and kind of dinner. It's like everything you could ever want. A Krispy Kreme, split in half, slop in some Sloppy Joe in the middle.
It's a belly bomb, is what it is.
It's what you need to get going. And so this was made by the man who brought us deep fried Kool-Aid. So obviously he has experience.
What a humanitarian.
What a giver. What a man for the people. You saw it here first on Top That. So I think after this, what are you doing? You want to go eat some Sloppy Joe Krispy Kremes?
Totally different for my number 5. I am starting off with runway musical therapy. This is all about the delayed flights and the...
Oh.
This is amazing.
I saw this.
Okay, so a delayed flight from hell broke out into R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly.
How long was the delayed flight?
They were on the tarmac for like 5 hours.
5 hours.
No AC. We're talking from like Las Vegas to Phoenix. Which is like the 6th circle of hell to the 7th circle of hell.
And you might as well drive at that point.
No, it's so hot. They're stuck there for 5 hours. No AC, no food. People are passing out. People are vomiting. It is sheer chaos, total carnage. One guy knows what to do. Pulls out a speaker, starts blasting R. Kelly. The whole plane is like singing and laughing. And you know, honestly, he could have played Trapped in a Closet because they were trapped up in that plane. He could have played Ignition.
All 12 parts.
Yeah, all of them. He could have done Ignition.
Really, R. Kelly.
Start the plane. Start the plane. And that's not even it. There was a second plane delayed. The Philadelphia Philharmonic, the orchestra, was up on this plane. They'd been like sitting there for hours, and you know what they do? They bust out their violins, and they just break it. They get classical up in there, because nothing soothes the human spirit like the sound of strings.
Or R. Kelly. My number 4 is the One Direction fragrance launch party. It hits close to home. I love One Direction. But this happened the day after we played what game?
Smell You Later.
So I'm just saying, One Direction is kind of riding our coattails. They are trying to get on our level. They're watching Top That. It looks like a crown with like friff and like pink, like just...
What? Is it, wait, it's for chicks?
Yes, it's for girls, or guys. You know, you do
Whatever.
You smell however you want to smell. I will be wearing this fragrance. But,
obviously.
So they launched a fragrance, and they said it was from a lot of people on Twitter were starting a petition. They're like, we need a One Direction perfume. I signed the petition, clearly.
Yes.
I needed this in my life.
You probably assumed many aliases and was just up in there.
I was like, Mary from South Dakota. They said it's very sweet but subtle, which is exactly how I want to smell. And they said it's exactly how they want their ladies to smell.
All you Top That fans out there, you were all about it, all up in the comments,
yeah,
right?
We had so many people that suggested it. It's from Kate Lucas, Maxie Max, Emmy Mabel 6. So this is user submitted, but it was on my list too. I mean, I gotta admit,
like,
this was big for me.
You were gonna talk about it.
Clearly, I needed to talk about it.
Here's what I have though.
Okay.
We're going from One Direction to Star Wars. The guy who played Chewbacca, like legitimately the dude in the crazy furry suit, got stopped by the TSA for having a lightsaber cane. What did I just say? This is crazy. So back in the day, they didn't have like animatronics and like CGI. There literally was a 7-foot-tall guy.
Back in the day, like you're like 80. Back in my day.
I'm serious. Yeah, with the 70s. This guy, Peter Mayhew, who is the actor who's Chewbacca, and he's going through security, and they're like, sir, your lightsaber is kind of heavy. Like, what's up with that? They literally stopped Chewbacca for his Star Wars paraphernalia. And I know what this feels like.
Have you been stopped
at
security?
I have. I was carrying around a dragon egg.
Of course you were.
The mother of dragons. I had Daenerys Targaryen's, like, you know, a replica of the dragon's egg in my bag. TSA was like, ma'am, is that an egg in your bag? And I said, yes.
Yes.
A dragon egg. And they were like...
P.S. Can I just say, who suggested it last week? Who said
Bon Bon Chan.
Bon Bon Chan. I started watching Game of Thrones. Don't put any spoilers in the comments, but I'm hooked. See what you've done to me?
This is so gratifying. Anyways, back to
Chewbacca.
Back to Chewbacca. Listen.
A segue that I never thought I'd say.
I feel your pain, Chewbacca. I know what it's like to be discriminated against for your fantasy inclinations. I think it is intergalactic racial profiling happening at the airport. It's horrific and it must be stopped.
Can I just say, once, I was with my friend, we got stopped at airport security, and they opened his bag, and we were coming back from Philly. He had just purchased a big 80s gown, because he sometimes dresses up as Princess Peach.
As you do.
And he opens the bag, and it poofs out everywhere, and I felt the shame. So, Chewbacca, I know...
There should be no shame, though.
Yeah, it poofed everywhere. So I know, well, yeah, there's no shame in a lightsaber.
No, and there's no shame in a Princess Peach dress.
And there's no shame
in a dragon egg.
In a dragon egg. We are going to my number 3. It is a dog that barks like a screaming old man. When I first saw this, I was in disbelief. Cody! 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 It is a dog who's trying to bark. Actually, I don't know if it's a dog. We don't know if there is a man trapped inside this dog trying to escape, trying to communicate with the people. It's a man dog, just barking and screaming. It sounds like, what does it sound like?
It sounds like Marty McFly.
Tell me that's not Marty McFly.
I mean, it is uncanny. I literally think Marty McFly went like the whole thing, like he was trying to go back to the future and it like messed up and he ended up inside a dog.
Maybe this is setting up Back to the Future 4.
I got something for you.
What you got, girl?
Brian Williams goes gangster. That's right. The venerable news anchor who is very serious.
I only know him because he does a lot of cameos in 30 Rock.
Yes. Jimmy Fallon pieces together all these little clips of Brian Williams doing the news, and he makes him sing Ain't Nothing But a G Thing.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Two smoked out G's, so we're crazy.
My favorite part is when he says, chill.
It's
so good. Chill. And they just find all these perfect moments. And then,
it's pretty good.
And Brian Williams, he's got a stone cold fox look, you know? Like,
well,
he is.
He's no Anderson Cooper, but yes.
No, he's no Anderson Cooper, but he brings some gangster heat.
My number 2 this week is pretty intense. It's a cat running for mayor in Mexico. Obviously, he's gonna win, but this cat is running for mayor in, I didn't know how to pronounce it. It's like starts with an X and it's got a lot of like vowels and things. So I Googled it. It's, according to this video, Jalapa.
Jalapa.
Jalapa. This cat in Jalapa is running for mayor with the slogan, Jalapa without rats. I think this cat is taking after Stubbs the cat, who you may recall is the mayor of a small town in Alaska. Stubbs the cat drinks water out of a wine glass laden with catnip. He also has 10,000 likes on Facebook. I think this is a new generation of cats taking over the political realm. Vote for Morris the cat for Jalapa mayor.
Okay, I love Morris the cat, all about that. Definitely sending him my absentee vote. But my number 2 is a live bus stop Photoshop prank.
Oh, I saw this. So good.
It's crazy. Because, okay, so Adobe in like Norway or something, they get crazy up in the Nordic countries.
Obviously.
They decide to outfit this bus stop with like a secret panel. They got this tricked out van. There's a computer all set up with Photoshop. There's a dude taking photos of the people at the bus stop. So live, they grab a photo of whoever rolls in, throw it in the computer, retouch it, boom, it shows up in the panel of the bus stop. So people are sitting there.
As they're sitting there, they're watching it being photoshopped, like right in front of them.
Like there's a couple who show up, and all of a sudden they're being photoshopped onto a wedding cake.
I don't think they were a couple. They didn't know each other.
Right, that's right. They didn't even know each other.
This is an awkward moment where I'm like, oh, do you see us?
It was amazing. And literally this van across the street is like, the guys inside are hysterical. Like, just going to town on these people.
Perfect.
I would love someone to live retouch me all the time.
You don't need to be retouched.
Tyler.
Okay, so my number 1, it's kind of one of my best number 1s in a long while.
Ooh, bold.
It is the new viral trend, #splits on trees. I'm obsessed.
What?
I didn't know it was the thing I needed all my life until I saw it, and now I'm obsessed. It is Todrick Hall's new viral video. He's made a ton of viral videos in the past, but I think this might be my favorite one. It is a whole bunch of people doing splits
on trees.
And
the song is so catchy.
And it's like, we have been singing it all morning.
We can't.
How does it go?
#splits on trees. #splits on trees. We're gonna go find some trees.
After this, we are finding some trees. We're gonna be doing some splits on trees.
No tree is safe.
Hold up, wait. That's a good splitting tree.
That's a good splitting tree. I'm obsessed. So good, so viral gold.
My favorite part is all the like various people who are doing the splits on trees. I mean, we're talking old, young, all sorts of races, all sorts of creeds.
It's the
everybody.
grand uniter.
Yes.
It is the new
Splits on trees is literally.
We Are the World.
Yes, exactly. Kumbaya splits on a tree. The only thing that could possibly compete with that is Neil Patrick Harris. Hello. He unites all humanity. He hosted the Tonys, and his opening number
Kind of epic.
was a barn burner.
Yeah.
It brought the house down.
A barn burner?
Barn burner. That's what we say in the South.
Okay.
Okay. So he literally, when he said he was going to go big, he went for it. I mean, Neil Patrick Harris, we all know NPH doesn't mess around. He was jumping through hoops, literally jumping through hoops. He does like a magic trick. He's dancing around with all the drag queens from Kinky Boots. Then all the kids from Madeline are like running around.
And
he
Annie.
Does, and Annie.
I would be 100% okay with Neil Patrick Harris, like, hosting the Tonys every year.
I would be 100% okay with him being the president of the United States. All right, honestly, Neil Patrick Harris is everything.
He is everything to me.
He is.
He's what Krispy Kreme Sloppy Joe tastes like.
Right, he is what One Direction's new fragrance smells like.
He should be the mayor of
Jalapa.
In addition to Marty McFly, he's the man inside the screaming dog.
He's the man trying to get out of that dog.
He literally is the tree
that I
you
want to do
wanna
a split on.
Okay, so we're done with the Neil Patrick Harris love letter. I mean, I'm not done with it, but
Never done.
But we're done with it for now.
Yeah.
I'm Becca Frucht.
And I'm Tyler Oakley.
Thank you so much for watching Top That, your weekly pop culture cheat sheet to all things Neil Patrick Harris and also,
Sloppy Joe, Krispy Kreme,
yes,
everything.
etc., etc.
Everything you need to know. If you like this week's episode, be sure to push the thumbs up. I love this week's episode. I think it was so good.
I'm filled with joy right now. I mean, I'm also filled with the spirit of Neil Patrick Harris.
Tone it down. Keep it in. Keep it to ourselves.
Okay.
Share them together. Also, don't forget to subscribe. New episodes to Top That every Friday on Popsugar Girls Guide. So stick around. Stay tuned. That's all. Later, y'all.